guys, today we're gonna make a simple sandwich cookie for your kids or for them to play with. It's super easy. All you're gonna do here, all I'm doing here is, I've done it before, so I found a perfect circle. I don't even know how big it is, a couple inches. Take an actual cookie and seriously trace it on a piece of wood. That's what I did originally. You're gonna need the two tops and the middle. So it's easy, it's 3 circles. I'm using MDF here. You're just gonna cut these out. I'm using a scroll saw. I know I don't have the safety thing on the scroll saw. I really can't get close enough when I'm doing little things, so I don't use it, but I don't recommend it, I guess. I don't know. I've been cutting wood a long time, and knock on wood, I've not cut my fingers. That's it. You're gonna cut out the top, the bottom, the center. For kids' food, I like to use the MDF because I find it like it doesn't splinter. It's super easy to sand, so I like using the MDF lately. I honestly used to always use pine, but lately I find pine not as good as it used to be. It's very brittle, and I don't love it, but I do use it a lot in the things I make. But this is super cute for the kids. Here I'm sanding with a belt sander. I flipped upside down. If you have one that can do that, it's awesome. I highly recommend it. And this I'm just rounding the edges a little bit. You're just gonna round the edges just a little bit so it's not perfectly flat or squarish. Super easy when you have a belt sander. You have to. I always use regular sandpaper as well. You want it smooth, perfect. Now you're gonna do that to the top and the bottom. You're gonna make sure they're super smooth. The center, you don't need to round those edges. I mean, look at a cookie, if you have a cookie, look at one, and that's what you want to replicate. The belt sander does take it down very quickly, so that's probably why I'm doing a lot by hand, because you just don't want to ruin it. But yeah, this just gotta take those edges down a little. Rewatching this, I'd have to say sanding is the biggest part of this project here. It's worth it though, the kids really love these. If you could see, the top and the bottom have a more of a curved top and the bottom, and the center isn't. And there's a chocolate one and a vanilla one right there. That's it, so it's ready for paint. So now we're ready to paint our cookies. I have the apple barrel white and I have apple barrel melted chocolate, I believe that's the brown. These are 50 cents, I believe, at Walmart you can get them. And the cookies, the MDF, that's a composite board. It's wood. You get it in the wood department. It's just they sell it in like 2x2 sheets. In the middle of the cookie, you don't even have to paint the whole thing because it's going to be glued together. So just make sure those sides are painted. Sides all around the white, that's the cookie filling. And we're gonna just paint the front of the top of the cookie, the sides of the cookie, and a little underneath, just because you're gonna see that. That's it. You don't even have to, like I said, you don't even have to paint the whole bottom or the inside because you're not going to be seeing that. Well, I guess you could, you know what? You could paint those all, I guess, and let the kids put them together if they wanted to pretend they're making them. I don't know. I like to keep them together so at least they're together, you know, as a cookie, so the kids don't lose the pieces. I think I'm just touching up, making sure I didn't miss any spots. I'll just say this right here. You shouldn't really pour the paint into the cap. You should paint it into a clean container, you know. Don't necessarily do exactly what I'm doing. Okay, once it's all dry. See, those are puzzles. We're not, like I said, we're not making a puzzle. We're just making a very simple cookie. We're gonna just take some Elmer's glue. Not even wood glue, all-purpose Elmer's glue will do. Put some glue on there, center your filling, a little more glue, and press that together. I like to make sure it's like perfectly round by rolling it, because if it's lopsided, you can tell when you like roll it across the table. I think I'm just trying to line it up here. Makes all the difference in the world. It'll be perfectly lined. Yep, I'm trying to roll it. And just make sure while you're moving that around a little bit, that the center stays centered. And once you get it where you want it, it's ready to be dried. Let that dry for a couple hours and you're done. Enjoy your cookies. Thanks for watching.